Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, everyone. So, our topic for today is focus on gender needs, strength, interests, experiences, language, race, culture, religion, socioeconomic status, difficult circumstances, and indigenous people. So, it's under lesson 3 or learning episode 3. Next. Okay, so here are the principles and concepts relevant to this episode. First is principles of development. So, principles of development and learning proceed at varying rates from child to child, as well as at uneven rates across different areas of children functioning. So, kung naaalala niyo yung topic natin way back when we were in first year college, yung topic about multiple intelligence, yon. So, we approach the students based on their learning style. So, halimbawa, si student A is kinesthetic learners, tapos si student B is auditory learners. So, meron tayong different approach from those different kinds of learning styles. So, bakit natin kailangan malaman yung mga iba't ibang klaseng learning styles ng students natin? Dahil it is for us to be an good and effective teacher. So, kailangan nating alamin yung mga different learning styles ng students natin so that malaman natin kung paano yung approach sa kanila based on their learning styles. Okay, very good. So, next. Okay. Sorry for that. Here. The PPST highlighted the following factors that bring out the diversity of learners. So, pag sinabi nating diversity, ano yung ibig sabihin ng diversity? Pagkakaiba-iba. So, sa classroom, hindi naman lahat kinesthetic learners. Hindi naman sa isang classroom, hindi naman lahat auditory learners. Halo-halo yan. So, here are the difference na nilista ng mga PPST or Professional Standards for Teachers. First is the difference in learners' gender, needs, strengths, interests, and experiences. Dito, aalamin natin yung mga interest at strengths, pati yung experiences ng students natin, pati natin yung mga genders. Bakit? Kasi, learners has a different, katulad na sinabi ko, different learning styles. So, bakit sila nagkakaroon ng different learning styles? Dahil na din sa factors na meron silang different interest. Meron silang different experiences. Halimbawa, si student A is magaling siya sa music because his or her parents is musically inclined. So, mas natututo siya kapag through music. Pag nilagay mo sa music, halimbawa, ang subject mo is science. Tapos gusto mong makabisado ni student yung periodic table of elements. Anong gagawin mo? You can put it in a song, like, lagyan mo ng tono yung periodic table of elements para mas makabisado niya yung, para mas ma-encourage siya to know and to makabisado yung periodic table of elements. Do you get it? Okay. Next is learners' linguistic, cultural, socio-economic, and religious backgrounds. Wait a minute. Okay, sorry for that. So, yeah, dito tayo sa learners' linguistic, cultural, social, and economic religious backgrounds. So, bakit natin kailangan malaman? It is possibly because si learner A is from different cities and speaking different language. So, paano niya maiintindihan yung lesson mo kung hindi niya naiintindihan yung lingwaheng ginagamit mo? Diba? So, you have to know their cultural, pati yung kanilang mga religious background so that you'd know na kung paano i-approach yung students. Kasi, it will help you to better understand them as a student at matutulungan ka rin nun to improve yourself as a teacher. So, dahil nga alam mo na yung mga backgrounds nila, religious, even cultural, pati yung mga linguistic backgrounds nila, it is ma-approach mo sila base sa kanilang learning needs. Okay? So, paano pamamaraan mo malalaman paanong paraan mo malalaman yung mga backgrounds nila, yung mga beliefs, yung mga religious, so paano pamamaraan? Sa pamamagitan ng introduce yourself. Lagi natin ginagawa yan sa pag-start ng class. So, Doon, malalaman mo kung sino yung mga working student, ganyan, may mga anak na pala, like that, may mga breadwinners pala sa klase, so that alam mo kung paano sila matutulungan in order for you to be a better teacher. Like that. Babalik tayo sa ganong lagi sa to be a better teacher. Kaya mo inaaral yung students mo to become an effective teacher. So, next is, okay, learners with disability, giftedness, and talents. So, dito, alam nyo ba yung, as you guys can remember the topic, yung the movie Gifted, nung pinanood sa atin ni Sir Obenya way back in second year. Yung isang student, nilagay siya sa klase ng normal class, yung traditional class, pero dahil nga sobrang taas ang IQ niya, nahihirapan siyang to makisalamuha dun sa klase. Dahil nga mataas yung IQ niya, at yung mga kaklase niya, kumbaga hindi nagtatama yung IQ nila, mayroong conflict. So, same goes with disabilities. Kaya nga meron tayong what we call SPED or Special Education dahil iyon ay para sa mga estudyante na kailangan ng mas focus na teacher sa kanila dahil nga sa kanilang situation. Okay? So, next is learners under challenging circumstances, which include geographic isolation, chronic illness, displacement due to armed conflict, urban resettlements and disaster, child abuse, and child labor. Dito yung challenge dito is, okay, so yon. So, mga learners natin under challenging circumstances, 'di ba? So, halimbawa, si learners pala, kaya hindi siya nakakapasok dahil sa mga, nasa chronic illness siya, may sakit pala siya. So, you have to understand and be more, considerate sa kanilang situation. Kasi, dahil nga may sakit sila, hindi sila nakakapasok, may reason sila. Valid yung kanilang reason. Halimbawa na rin sa, katulad ng, geographic isolation. Tulad ngayon, di ba, pandemic, may mga place kung saan meron tayong total lockdown sa kanilang lugar. So, you should know bakit hindi siya makapag-load, kaya pala hindi siya makapag-load, or something like that. There's a reason behind that you should know and understand and give them the ang tawag natin dito is pakikisama or pag-unawa dahil we were once a student. So, kailangan natin maintindihan ang sitwasyon nila dahil we were once in their situation din naman at some point of our life when we became a teacher, di ba? Okay. Do you understand? Okay, next. Okay, so focus on indigenous people. Learners from indigenous group carry with them their beliefs, views, and cultural practices. So as we all know, we as a Filipino people, nadadalhan natin yung mga culture natin even sa ibang bansa. So, same goes with those students from regions sa Philippines na may culture sa kanila na, alam mo yun, we have to understand and we have to respect. So, halimbawa is Muslims. Di ba nagsusuot sila ng hijab. So, kahit sobrang init, they wear hijab because it's part of their beliefs. There's a lot of more situation like that and we have to understand. At kailangan din natin ipaunawa sa kapwa nila, estudyante, na there are cultural differences and it is fine. Okay? Okay, so, Republic Act 8371 of 1997, Indigenous People Rights Act. Ito yung act where we recognize, protect, and promote the rights of indigenous people, like indigenous cultural communities and indigenous people in general. So, bakit natin kailangan i-protect yung, at i-promote ang cultural communities and indigenous people? Dahil ito ay ating part ng ating history. It is part of who we are today. So, kailangan nating i-promote ang ating indigenous cultural communities for us to be able to accept our past, and kailangan na din natin ito para sa ating economic growth dahil ito yung reason kung bakit tayo naging Pilipino. As simple as that. Okay, so Republic Act number 8371, ito yung nagre-recognize and nagpo-promote sa rights of indigenous cultural communities and indigenous people in the Philippines. Yun nga, so kailangan nating i-promote at paunawa sa mga students na meron tayong pagkakaiba-iba. And we have to respect each one of us kasi in real life, meron talaga sila makakasalamuha na iba ang cultural beliefs. Okay. So, meron silang different cultural beliefs na kailangan nating irespeto. At hindi natin dapat pagtatawanan sa classroom. Kasi, I remember way back when I was in grade 10, meron akong kaibigan na Muslim siya. And lagi siya nakasuot ng hijab kahit sobrang init. At nabubuli siya because of that. And we should know na sa labas ng classroom, meron tayong makakasalamuha even in our working, kahit nagtatrabaho na tayo, meron tayong makakasalamuha na Muslim. Kasi that's part of life and our Philippines, our country, di ba? So, we have to let the students know and understand na meron talagang cultural differences at kailangan nating irespeto at kailangan nating matutunang irespeto ang bawat isa. That's all.